Respect where respect is due.
You can't even skate. Like, don't go and spend all that money on skate.
They're setting unspoken rules.
How important that skating was to me.
Skate mates chopping it up. Skate mates chopping it up. Skate mates chopping it up. Rolling to the London scene.
What's going on, guys? My name is Tori. Wait, sorry. Alright, cool. What's going on, guys? My name is Tori, and this is Rodney.
Yup.
And we are skate mates, and this is Chopping It Up, a podcast all about the London roller skate scene. And I've forgotten everything else I was meant to say after that.
Past, present, and future.
Yes, talking about all things past, present, and future. So yeah, we just basically want to have conversations with people to archive the history of the London skate scene, so we can go back as far possible as we possibly can. Excuse my intro. This is our first-ish one. So yeah, but today we are with Dede and Dredd Dede. Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Much appreciated. How you guys feeling today?
Nervous.
No, man, we have these conversations.
Nervously comfortable.
Okay, cool.
That's
cool,
good, that's
cool,
good.
cool, cool.
Nervously comfortable.
That's a good. Do you guys want to, for those that don't know who you are, do you guys want to give a little overview of who you are, skaters, or who you are as human beings?
Start with Dede. No pressure.
I'm Dede Skates. Been in the London skating scene for about 13 years now. Pleasure to have met some people and seen some people come, seen some people go. But yeah, that's it.
Okay, good to know.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Skater Dredd. I have been skating off and on for about 8 years, 9 years. Originally, I seen my younger brother and his skate partner doing their little thing years ago. I think it's Facebook. And yeah, just fell in love with it from then. I've been skating off and on since.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you guys do anything particular in the skating? Skate Dredd, I know you do conversions and stuff.
Yeah, for the last year, literally for the last year, started doing the convert.
And
Nice.
what got you into that?
Do you know what? Big up Skater Billsy, first person to show me how to convert. He done my son's ones just over a year ago on Crystal Palace Bridge. Summer day we was out there, he done them and showed me how to do it. And yeah, first I started doing it just to do my own skates. And then yeah, it just kind of turned into a little business in a sense.
So what? When he converted it for you, was it just there and then?
Yeah, I got pictures like
Yeah.
on my we was out on the bridge, it was just organic, and it just happened. Had the drill out and the
Okay.
bits, and yeah, done took the
I can
pictures.
respect it.
Yeah, and then just from there, just started doing them for myself and then for people.
Yeah, because you actually don't need that loud. You're right there.
No.
Is it not coming up?
Don't know how to get this up. Just, okay. Right, cool. I'll edit that out. My face on the screen. Alright. Sorry. So that was the first time someone had converted skates for you that you've seen?
Yeah, and then just decided to start doing it myself and progress from there.
So did he show you, or did you see and then say, "Oh, I can
No,
do that"?
he showed me. He
That's
showed me
nice.
the first person, step by step.
That's
yeah, on the
nice.
bridge, step by step. While he done them, I just observed, and then the next skates that I had to do, I done it. I can't remember if he was with me and showed me how, but yeah, one led to another, and yeah, year down the line.
Okay.
That's dope. And that's actually how you guys met, sort of, kind of.
Yes. Yeah. So I met Dredd. Basically, was it Instagram? I messaged him and I was like, I've got these skates I need to convert. Yeah, and that how the conversation went. Then I couldn't meet him for some reason. Then I just said, I'm going to give it to VT. Turns out VT gave the same skates that I was going to ask him originally to convert to him anyway. And I was like, oh shit, yo. Right. And that's how more or less we met, man. And then after that, I fucks with Dredd heavily, man. Like, he's a good guy, man. So we've just been rolling ever since, man.
I love that. And so, how did you meet Dede? Because for those that don't know, I've never met. Well, actually, it's good. I've met you, sort of, kind of. I think we were in Bromley when I want to say, I'm not gonna remember the names. I'm not gonna try. So there was an event in like a skate thing in a car park in Bromley, I believe.
Oh gosh, 2020.
Yeah.
2020.
And I was there with V from VT.
Yeah.
And you said hello to me just because like hi. You said hello to everyone. So that's the first time I saw you. So when like your name's popping up, whatever, and I think I went on Instagram because I do that, and I was scrolling. I was like, I'm sure I've said this guy before. I'm sure. So we've never met, but we've met. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But you guys both know Rodney. So how did you and Dede meet?
How did I meet Dede?
Dede, do you remember?
That's so complicated.
Yeah, like because I've seen Dede a few times before I was skating. Like, and he plays basketball, so I've seen him about. But because it's just basketball, I'm just like, yo, cool, well, go on, and then I kind of keep it moving, innit? So the whole skating things are different because you kind of, when you're not skating, like, oh, so what, go on? Oh, how's the kids? How's life? How's this? How's that? And that's how you're kind of having them conversations. When we're hooping, we're just like, yo, I'm gonna bust your ass. I'm gonna score 10 of you. And I'm a trash talker. I just chat shit. Even if the person's better than me, I'm like, nah, you're not. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not. And they could be 6'6", 300 pounds, full of muscle. I'm just like, yeah, nah, you're not better than me. Mama's looking at me like, what? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Dede, do you remember? You said it's complicated, so I feel like you remember.
Yeah. So funny enough, it was through Kyle.
Oh shit! Yes, yes. Because Carl knows my brother and them. Yeah.
It was through Kyle. I remember. I used to play basketball with him, as you said before, and we would meet on the court, interact from time to time, and then Kyle said to me one time, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go meet Rodney," and I was like, "Rodney?" He's like, "Basketball, tall guy." He's like, "Yeah, like I chill. I know someone that he knows, and then vice versa and stuff." And then we ended up meeting. Actually, when it comes to skating, and then everything else kind of happened.
Just happened.
So it was a pleasure to actually.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I'm not gonna lie. You see, like when obviously, because I know you in the basketball sense, innit? So when I saw you skating, I'm like, no, but hold on, hold up. Is this what? No, I'm like, all right, cool. Because you play basketball the way that you same way that you skate, innit? And a lot of people I find that when they're sports people, them skills are transferable. So when I saw you skate and I'm watching people's reaction to you, I'm like, nah, hold up, nah, you're a bad boy in the skate thing. And I saw you do something and I was like, nah, do you know what? Cool. And then I was like, bro, I didn't even know you had it like that, so cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
That's dope. I definitely thought you can tell a lot about someone by how they skate. Like you can tell a lot about their attitude, like how they go through life. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like I can tell a lot about someone by how they skate.
For sure.
That's it. So how did you guys start skating? Or when did you guys start? I know you guys don't know me, so hi, I'm Tori, hi. I started skating in 2008, funny enough, with V&T. When they first started their skate business, I met them maybe like 3-4 days before, which I only found out like last year. I've known them since 2008, and I realised last year that the couple of days we met was when they started doing their skate thing. So I started skating with them in 2008. So I'm a bit of an OG, a little bit of an OG skater. I'll take the title. You know what I mean? But yeah, how did you guys start skating? Or when did you start skating? If I can be so polite, you get first.
You know what? It was so funny, because I went to the O2. If anyone remember when O2 had a skating rink.
Yes, that was part of SSE. Remember saying about SSE?
Okay.
And we had the skating rink in the O2, literally in the O2.
Yeah.
You was there. Sick. That is so sick.
What year was this?
Oh my god.
This is history. I don't know.
Maybe like.
This is like
2010, 2011.
Nah,
was it before that?
No, it was way before that.
That must be like 2009 then.
Yeah, this is what I mean, like 2008-ish.
Yeah. Because we had just started. I think we'd been maybe a year or that in, so it must have been about 2009.
Yeah, just
around them times.
It was so.
You were there. That's so crazy.
So I ended up wanting to go out for a day out with my brothers, and then we was like, we didn't have nowhere to go, so we was like, oh yeah, let's just go to the OT, see what's there. We ended up seeing some skaters going around, and okay, we bought tickets, went in there. I was like, yeah, this is me now. You know what I mean? And then ever since then, I was just like, never look back.
That is sick. Yeah, so, okay, so, a bit of context. So, Renaissance Room in Vauxhall, they got the permission to build a skate rink in the O2. So, you know when you go in the O2, you go in, you turn right, you go past all the restaurants. There's a big open space.
Yeah.
They built a rink there. Like, it was actual, like, built. Like, you had to get tickets and go in. So that's what you came to.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah, for real.
Love that.
Okay. I wasn't even skating then.
I know, innit? How long was it there for?
I think 6 or 8 weeks.
Oh,
It wasn't that long.
Oh, yeah,
It wasn't long. It was like a short period of time.
You went there, had fun, you see people, that was it. It gone again.
Yeah, gone.
Until the next one, and then you just might come OT one day, and then you randomly see it.
Yeah.
So did they have hired skates there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a proper. It was a
Music,
proper like rink,
stuff, everything,
like
yeah.
high skate, like DJ, everything.
Yeah.
It was a proper rink they built. It was so mad.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was.
And it was just open.
It was open, yeah.
But
so the barriers went to about. If you're standing up,
yeah, I was gonna say
barriers
because I'm from the
maybe
hood
went
in
to
it,
about,
so
like, here.
I would jump that shit.
So yeah, I mean, you could have, but there was like security out there. Like,
Oh,
you
It
could've-
was so funny though. I actually still have a picture
think I
that,
got one
that my social worker took of me actually
At the
on
rink.
that day,
Is
we
it?
took out
which
shots,
was
we
so
took insert
crazy.
this.
Yeah.
Because I was
Insert
looking
it.
Try
at
and
it the
find
other
that
day.
picture for me, man.
Yeah, I was looking at it the other day, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Wow, that is so nuts. That's the first time I ever put on skates."
That's
Wow.
sick. That's random as well because you wasn't planning to go there. You wasn't planning to skate.
No.
Sick.
It's meant to happen.
That's
Yeah.
actually
So it could have been
fantastic.
also different if you didn't like link your brothers and go on.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
You know, imagine you lot would have went paintballing or some shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, go karting or something like. Might have been in the F1 now or some shit.
Nah, I'm happy where I am.
Yeah, nah, for sure, bro.
It's all for a reason, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
Dredd, you.
What's
When
that?
did
How
you
I
start?
started?
Yeah, or when did you start? Or how did you start?
Okay, so I never skated as a youngster. First time I put skates on, I was 38. As I said, my younger bro, name drop Dom Diego. I see a video
Wait,
of him.
Dom!
Yeah, that's my little
Dom!
bro.
Oh my
That's my
god!
little bro.
I love that guy to bits.
Yeah.
Oh my days. That's your brother?
Yeah, that's my brother, man.
Wow.
That's my brother, real
Okay.
blood brother. And him and Spidey, innit? Them
Yeah,
two
yeah,
were
yeah,
partners
yeah,
back
yeah.
in the day, and I see a video, as I say, I think it's Facebook or
Yeah.
maybe early
'Cause he
YouTube,
was
they pull it
skating.
up on.
Yeah.
This was about 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And I just fell in love with it. I was just amazed by what they were doing, the routine and
Yeah.
that. So I went out and bought skates, or I was gonna, started looking at skates and thing. And I remember Dominic, I was gonna buy these bowers. I see these bowers, I'm like, Dom, should I get it? He was like, you can't even skate, like, don't go and spend all that money on skates. And he had these ones that were all taped up and I was like, you're a hater, man. You're a hater. You just say because your skates are mash up. So I went out and spent this big money on bowers, couldn't skate, like, never been on skates all my life. And got these skates, and literally I learned my T-stop and how to go forward fast. And that was it from the beginning. And I used to go out at night more time on the road. The road I lived on was about half a mile long and straight and flat. So I used to just boot it up, boot it back down, boot it up, and I had my earphones and my lights. You get me? So cars could see me. And that was all I did for like the first year or so, you know. And at the time, I was going through some stuff. I was going through a breakup with the mother of my children. And I didn't realize at the time how important that skating was to me at night, how it saved me. It's only now after I realized that, wow, it actually really got me through that time. So when I speak to people and they tell me, like, do you know what? Skating does this for me that I really, I reflect and say, you know, I really understand that. So yeah, that was my journey. Funny enough, never skated with Dominic ever, but like maybe once or twice in a rink, and that was it. Didn't learn nothing, didn't learn how to jam. Like, it was just street skating, and that was it.
So what, your brother, was he more of a street skater, speed skater, or a jam skater? Or?
I only knew Dominic as jamming.
Okay.
That's all I saw was him as jamming. Of course, he can street skate and all that, but
I think it's
he's
okay.
been in the he's like old school. I just seen like just the jam side, you know, and and that was it. Off and on from 2014, 15.
Okay.
That's dope. Yours is similar to Rodney's now.
Yeah, that's mad. That's you know his brother. Well, obviously this.
Yeah.
It's the scene's just mad. That's what. But that's one of the reasons why we started this, because everyone's kind of connected.
Everyone's interlinked.
And you don't know until you have these conversations how much
Literally.
like people are connected. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
That's mad. So I know Dom from Silver Spoons. So Wembley. Before Silver Spoons was Fix8. I mean, before Fix8 was Fix8. I mean, Silver Spoons is very... Anyway, so Silver Spoons, I know him from then. But obviously he was young, innit? Because I'm thinking 12, 13 years ago, he was young. But also remember him from Stratford as well a little bit. I don't remember when I even met Dom, but I love Dom to bits, man. He's so smooth. Oh my God. See him as a jump skater, I remember being like, I want to be like you when I grow up, even though I'm older than you. I want to be like you when I grow up. Like, he's just so smooth with it. I didn't know. He's part of the NC. You know what I'm saying about the NC?
Oh, okay. So I've
And
probably
he
seen
DJs
you and
as
not
well.
even clocked that that's your brother.
Easily. I'm sure I've seen you guys at the same place.
DJs as well.
DJs as well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'd say we've only skated like probably
That's
five times
mad.
in the whole
time you've been skating, only 4 times.
Four
For
times,
real?
literally.
That's
mad.
crazy. Because that day I said hello to you. He was there that day. I remember.
He happened to come up. That was a one away.
That
He
day.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking,
Bromley.
what? I never saw
That's
you guys
right.
interact at all. That's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Funny enough, you reminded me. I didn't even remember he came up.
Yeah, he was there. I remember. I was like, oh my God, you're in like, it was like, oh my days. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's mad.
That is mad. That's it. So, like, Dede, like, what does skate mean to you? Or is it, what does it mean to you? Is it something special to you? Like, what, how do you feel about it? Because you've been skating for a minute. You're sliding the bridge between old school and new school.
I love it, man. You know what I mean? You can't not put on a pair of skates and you feel like, you're in love with this. It's just, there's something different about it. You feel a different connection to other people. Like, people you may not necessarily feel like you may have met on your day-to-day basis.
Very true.
But it brings those different backgrounds together. And it kind of makes the community diverse in such a way where if you have certain problems, you feel like you're the only one going through it till you speak to someone else and you're like, okay, I feel what you're saying, you know what I mean? So you can both sit there sometimes and just be like, oh, this is a new friendship now. Okay, you're going through this, I'm going to help you through that. Let's go skating. That's what skating is about for me. Like, just to be able to make everyone feel inclusive. It's nice, man.
I love that. It's funny because
Selfless.
it's funny because we were talking about in the car when we came up here. We were talking about like the skate scene and how it's different between then and now. You want to touch on that a little bit? Because I'll chime in.
Oh boy.
I'll chime in from you. Because I feel like we're kind of same era started.
Yeah. When it comes to the newer generations, I feel like there's certain unspoken rules that they do not understand or they do not get.
Abide by, maybe.
Yeah. From the older generation where they're not like, oh, it's not the fact that you can't do what you want to do, but do it with discipline. Know that everything you're going to do is going to take some time. Don't just want to do it because, oh yeah, I want to post that for the IG. Let IG sit there for a while. Go back to basics, build a foundation, and you get me. Be a lot more happier that way.
I think like I was saying, I think it's a reflection of the times. Like back when we started skating, like what we had was BB, was like BlackBerry Messenger. Do you know what I mean? Like there wasn't really Instagram. I feel like was there or had come, but it wasn't.
People were using it
at that time. It was like, or it had just started. I don't know when it just started, but I remember when it just started. It was food. I remember it was just like everyone just posted about food. I remember that. You know what I mean? But there wasn't anything apart from Facebook. There wasn't anything to really post on. There wasn't really viral. Wasn't really a thing as it is now. Like you couldn't be Insta famous. You couldn't be Facebook famous unless you built it. Like now, I feel like everyone's got cheat codes to be like Insta famous to get like bare K followers, and then now everyone's like, oh, I seen this guy do it, so I'm gonna do it, and in 6 months I'm gonna be Insta famous. And do you know what I mean? All this kind of stuff. I feel like it's a reflection of the time. So skaters that have started skating now in the past, let's say 3-4 years. Let's say 2019 onwards, technically 2020 from like lockdown.
COVID's
basically that's when it boomed. That's when it really boomed. I feel like that generation, and this is no disrespect to anyone that's from that generation, but I feel like generation is used to things happening quickly and fast. Do you know what I mean? And then there's the ego element to it as well. So like I was saying to Dede on the way up here, like I can see, and I thought it was just me, but I can see who's like an egotistical skater, like who's just starting everything to the baddest and that. But it's like that's all good, but there's a recklessness to it that doesn't sit well with me. Do you know what I mean? Like
in the sense of
people get injured because you think you can do this and that, which under some circumstances you can, but other times you make mistakes and then people like get hurt.
Exactly.
You just got to know when and where. What you just said about the elder, just knowing when and where to do what you're doing. Without compromising other people.
That's exactly it. Like you can try what you want to try, but when someone else is in danger because of that, then I haven't got an issue with it. Do you know what I mean? Like people getting injured, literally hospitalized. Like, and I remember like I I remember maybe like 2 people the whole time I was skating, from like maybe 2009 to maybe like 2015, 16. Maybe 2 people being like heavily injured. Like, you dropping like, okay, whatever. Like 2 people since 2020. Oh my god, how many people?
I'm not gonna lie. If you had to write incident reports at events,
it would be a
wrap. Long, right? I'm not gonna lie, because a lot of the time, like I said before, it just gets to the point where the instant gratification becomes the forefront of everything. Everyone wants to be that person at the front and center, but they don't realize that you don't need that. You just need to just work on it first. Do you? That's the most important thing. I'm not gonna lie. Just do you, and enjoy the fact that you're just out and free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think going back to what you guys, like you early skaters, the ones that were really doing this before the limelight and the whole sexiness of it now to be part of this new movement. It is, because there's a lot of people, they're just saying it just because of that. They're not skating. They really can't do with that. They can't breathe kind of feeling. You get me? You guys were the organic ones that, like the Stratford days that I hear of. I weren't part of that, but that I hear of, and that would really done this for the love and the passion of it. I feel now it's more just kind of you've got this Instagram thing, and it just Instafare, exactly. Like, what are you really doing it for? Is it really for your you know?
I definitely agree. I feel like back in the day, like I feel like there's a community now, and I only know that by talking to certain people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm quite an outgoing person in general, but I find myself feeling like I'm being bougie at events, like I was saying to you, because I'm like, it doesn't even feel like it felt before. Do you know what I mean? I can go to an event and not skate for like a couple of hours and I'll be cool, because I'm like, too many things are going on, too many things are happening for me to go. Whereas before I could go skating and I would have to skate. Like, I would have to jump on. I'm like, I need to. I'm not even saying hello until I got my skates on. Do you know what I mean? The skates on, boom. You're right, I'm saying hello as I'm going around. Like, whereas now I'm like so aware of so many things. It feels like there's less of a community. I was gonna say no community, but I definitely think there is a community. Because when I talk to people, like there's like a level of understanding, a level of like, okay, with certain people, do you know what I mean? Whereas before it was like everybody was part of the community. You had like maybe 2, 3 skate, I don't want to say crews, but like skate organisation-y things. Everyone else was just a skater. Like, you're just a skater, you came, you got them skate, okay, cool. No one's even looking at no one's skates, someone's looking at no one's, okay, Will's maybe, because BT was on the Will thing. Will's maybe, but other than that, it was just like, no one was like, oh my god, you got like retro products. It was just like, you're a skater, sick, like, that was it. Do you know what I mean? It was like, okay, do this. And people were sharing, people were exchanging. It wasn't like, I don't want to tell that person, I want to be better than that person. It was just like a community, like, you came out, you saw someone skates, you're cool, whether you knew them or not. You're right, cool. And that was it. Do you know what I mean? Where now it feels very much like, you gotta be in it. Like, I feel nervous going skating, I can't lie to you guys. I feel because I'm like, people are gonna ask me how long I'm skating. 2008, they're gonna what can you do? Like, I'm nervous. Because I'm just like, it's all like showy.
Yeah, but this is it. There's no rush to get to it. This is what I say to new skaters. I just want a backward skate. It's just like, take your time, learn how to do forward comfortably and your stops and all these. Like, before you even want to do the backward thing and that, you know what I mean? It's like, there's no rush. Everyone's journey is different. True. You'll get there eventually one day. Sure. You know what I mean? I'm not in a battle or a competition with nobody.
I love that. I feel that.
You know?
But that's like when we was at O2 that time and we was watching the youth skate. Yeah. My man was bad at skating backwards. Bad. Skating backwards, T-stopping, everything, spinning. Bro, watching my man go forward, we was like, what? I was like, that like can't be. Yeah. I was like, that can't be the same. It's like Bambi. And I'm like, bruh. And I'm like, I'm like, no, someone needs to go over there and tell him, bro.
And I feel like a lot of the times, like back in the day, respect where respect is due. Real. You guys was like, respect you, innit? Because you put in work, and big man, you're not there yet, but this is what you can do to help you get there. And it wasn't a thing of where someone felt away or someone
no one
felt
felt bad about that.
It was like, bro, you did it better than me. So coming from you, you know better, innit? But nowadays it's more the sense of like, you to tell me, innit? Until they actually have to do stuff like, they go check your Instagram and they see your videos.
And then they're like,
and then like, yeah. And I'm like, why did you guys do that? You know what I mean?
That's so mad to me. Yeah. So saying like speed skating, back in the day, I feel like you had to earn it. Yeah. You had to earn to go on that rink and speed skate. And also, I feel like people know themselves enough to know that don't try it. Don't even try and do it if you're not even sure.
Okay. But you know obviously, me, someone that's been skating for like a year, what do you do to earn it? How do you earn it?
You would know. I feel like you would know.
But how? But there's no knowing though, innit?
No, there is a knowing to it in the sense of once you start to see the levels,
I agree.
You can start to be like, okay, cool. When they do a beginner speed skate, you're like, okay, I can keep up with them. Man. When they do it intermediate, you're like, okay, cool. When they do the elites now, you're like, okay, I see the point of why they have to, because even themselves in the rinks, they always back in the day, and I used to love the rinks for that. They used to say to you, if you cannot keep up, come off the rinks. And if someone tells you to come off the rink, please just listen. Because they are making sure that everyone is safe.
Yeah, it used to be like, if you got rent skates, you're not
coming on at all.
As far as we're concerned, you're not on speed skate. I don't like you. If you got rent skates, it was like if you got rent skates, come off the rink. That was it. Come off the rink. And even when like you said, like because there's a training process in it. Because I feel like there'll be times when like I think back in the day, speed skate like maybe 2 or 3 times. I think I did the female one, and when you did the female one, I was like, can I keep up? Okay, you know you have to keep up with at least the slowest person. Can I keep up with the slowest person? Okay, cool. Then I'm in. If I can't keep up with the slowest person, then you would come out. I would come out. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm out. Do you know what I mean? And if someone tapped you, you just come out. It wasn't even like a shame thing. It was like, well done, bro. Like you know what I mean. Next time it was that. But now I feel like you tap someone and ready to smoke you.
Well, no, they are. I went Roller Nation and saw that, and the brother's like, bro, what do you mean? And he pop a wild out, and in my mind, I'm like, bro, like. Oh, cool, bro. Like, you know, like, I was just, you know, like when you just kind of fade into the background, I was like,
Do you know what, another part of the speed skate that I feel like a lot of people don't see is intoxicated speed skating.
Oh, yeah.
Big man thing. That for me is a big hazard. I've seen it sometimes when certain people have a bit too much and they feel like they can listen, your reaction is not this. Superman out here. You get me? It's gonna be different.
It's funny you should say. Again, that's when most accidents tend to start happening a bit later at the events when people have been drinking a bit more, couple of Magnum or whatever.
So how do you like feel about alcohol and skating? Like, do you think that it should be a thing?
I generally feel like, look, if you're gonna enjoy yourself, yes, drink, but drink responsibly to the point where you are understanding of your surroundings, the circumstances you're putting yourself and other people in. For me, that's not a problem. Alcohol is not gonna kill you if you're aware of what
but
it is.
Not coming to get you're putting the responsibility on the person, and from what we've seen, people are not taking responsibility. Because if you're saying, drink responsibly, where you know that you're safe, whatever. Some guys, I'm cool. How many guys are like, I'm cool, man, I'm fine, and you know they're not, innit? If you're putting it on them.
Maybe there should be a free drink maximum.
Maybe.
So you can only have 3. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because it's hard to do that when you have skates events outside though.
Yeah, I guess so. But just like a health and safety thing. But I don't know, man.
But I feel like if they did try to do a 3-drink limitation, everyone might feel somewhat imposed on their freedom, and the whole point of skating is you generally want to.
Yeah, but that's skating though. That's alcohol. Alcohol's totally different,
Of course, but some people they might just
this place ain't for you,
help
bro.
them, you know what I mean?
Then this place
drinking might help them feel a bit more confident to try something different.
But that's to a certain extent,
that's the truth.
Yeah.
When I drink a Magnum, man, and I start loosening up.
Do you feel more comfortable when you're a bit more liberated?
Now I've got better at skating. I'm a bit, but in the kind of learning, kind of open, and you get more comfortable. So,
but then maybe it should be down. You can have as much alcohol depending on your level of skating, then, innit? So if you're an expert, but think about it. If you can skate, you necessarily don't need that to feel a certain type of way. So now you're just drinking just for the sake of drinking because you might want to run punch or array a nephew or something.
Then big man, I'm not gonna lie to you. No disrespect to anyone. Then if you came to a skating thing and you want to drink like that, then just stay to the other side of the rink and watch everybody in it. When you're sober enough and you feel like you don't put nobody in danger.
I just think it's hard. It's hard to put a limit on it in any way.
I guess
people's tolerance levels are different.
But this is it. Everyone's supposed to know their self. Know thyself. So simple.
That's so
but you're able to accept the criticism as well. When someone says, "Yo,
listen,
big man, don't do that." You get me? You've had a little bit too much. Hold it.
It's a difficult thing because when people drink, they become different. Some people get mellow, some people get hype, some people get angry, some people get on edge. Like it's a different thing, and it affects different people. And as far as I know, different alcohols affect people different. Alcoholic drinks affect people differently. But then also, someone could have been drinking and came
Come
and never,
in, yeah,
and
yeah.
you don't even know.
No, yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So there's like I don't know, man. It's difficult now because a majority of skate events are outside.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So now, whereas back in the day, in like a rink or whatever, obviously there'll be a bar in it, but there's like a security guard. There's all these
regulations
things in it.
to it. Yeah.
If you're at the bar and you've been skating and you've been drinking whatever, someone can see and they'll just take you off in it. It's just that. Whereas like now, everyone's policing themselves, isn't it? You're responsible for yourself. So.
But also we got different shit now. Like motherfuckers, I see motherfuckers doing balloons and shit at like
Real.
and that I think balloons are wild to me. Like
Is
that
more of the younger generation?
Yeah, I don't see like our age doing balloons. Like I see a lot of the 20s.
Funny enough, I just see guys as we was driving. Didn't you see them? The tree man them on the left hand side with the balloons.
No.
Bro,
Oh
man.
yeah. And there was like different colours, pink and yellow and stuff. Yeah, I did see them. Yeah. And it's become the norm, innit? Like how are they walking down the street on a Saturday?
Just taking. That's it.
Like that's wild to me. Like
On the way
that's.
to the pub or bar.
And no disrespect to anyone that does balloons, I get it. Like you're always, it's about an escapism. But on the other hand, like if you're doing those things, like you say, at a skating event where you're trying to skate, that is your escapism in itself, innit? Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Like, yeah.
Sorry, can I add one more thing as well? Only because I was amongst a young lady who we was at Norwood once during last year summer, and we was talking. She was standing up. She had a Magnum bottle in her hand. Yeah, exactly. This is the point as well with the drink inside. And cut a long story short, the girl dropped, got comfortable, forgot her balance, fell, didn't throw the bottle, landed on the bottle, opened her hand up, multiple lacerations, elbow. It was horrible. It was disgusting. She's still recovering to this day. Like she's recovered, but still doing the physio because of ligaments. She was only like 23, something like that. Little, like my daughter, I see her as my daughter. And it was very horrible. I took her to hospital, and it was a really, really horrible experience. So that's another point with regards to the alcohol and skating thing and that. So all that skating out, especially outside on the rink with the bottles and them things, it's not wise.
There's someone I know.
And I sometimes you have to catch yourself. I've put myself doing it. It's like, right, let me put it down.
It's funny you say that as well, because I've actually seen that same thing happen. Literally exact same thing. Someone skating, Magnum in their hand, bust, and then they just think it's normal, and I'm just like, nah, guys, it's not right. If you're not comfortable, don't be drinking on the skating floor. Step outside.
I think it's an ego thing, but also like
it's a chauvinist, it's a cocky thing, innit? Like, look at me, I got like I get it. You're skating, you're doing your
also,
thing.
I feel like it's almost become a culture thing.
What, Magnums and skating?
Yeah, because I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Like someone drop. I've never seen that, but when you said it, I was like, it reminded me of someone else. I heard two girls talking to this guy. He was a skater, like a tall guy. I don't know who he was. And we was at Wavy on 8, and this was in 2021, I think it was. And I was saying to him, like, oh, like, why you still got the Magnum in your hand? Like, remember you cut your hand? He did it twice. Wow. They were saying to him, you've done it twice. Why are you holding it again in the hand that has a bandage on it? Like, why are you doing it again? It's like, like, just bare cocky. Like, I just thought, it's just a culture thing now where people think skate, Magnum.
It's an image thing. Image have the bottle.
Because it's a small bottle, it can fit in your hand. It's glass, it's liquor.
Cool,
you know what I mean? Like,
cool apparent.
I've so gone off them
it's
now.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, they taste so bitter.
It tastes like cough syrup.
Yeah, like some cowpole or some shit, innit?
Yeah, charging so much for them.
Yeah, but I feel like it's
I would drink it on a one away.
Yeah, but I can only do one though.
The other day, I backed that was nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But for me, it's a one away thing. It's an odd thing.
Alcohol's never really been for me. I drink alcohol and I get sleepy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like we could be at the best festival, the best concert. Give me 2 liquor. I'm like, you man, listen. I'm in the car. I have to take a nap. Alcohol, I'm just like, I have to get comfortable. I've gone to clubs and full raves. I'm saying, you man, I'm going over to the south sofa, and I'm literally 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like this. And then yo, club's over. I'm like, for real. I'm cool with it, and I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I get mad sleepy, so I don't even necessarily. I don't really drink like that. And because I've seen so much people that abuse alcohol growing up, like I've seen my brethren's dad, he passed away from that shit, and he was a heavy alcoholic, like heavy, to the point of where we went to Greenwich and seen my man in the street, blocking up traffic, laying on the floor. Wow. Like, yo, and when we pulled up, I'm like, yo, man, that's your dad, picked my man. Bro, you know what? I was like, all right, cool. And I said, yeah, that's not for me, bro. Because if that's how that's going to make, my man had a fully functioning job, he had kids, he had a wife, good guy, but not for him. You see what I'm saying? not for him. And that shit took him to his grave, bro. So.
Slippery road. I have a question for you guys. If you guys didn't skate, what would you do as like your pastime?
But you know what? Sorry, we can answer that question. And I find, because we're talking about it, like certain people that don't skate don't understand. They don't understand. Like sometimes I might talk to a girl and she's like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I do blah, 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 I work here, I have this, whatever the case may be. So what do you do to relax? I skate. And what else do you do? And I'm like, no, you're not listening to what I'm saying to you. Like, I will finish work, close the shop, and then I'm skating from 7:15 till 2 o'clock in the morning. And she's like, yeah, but how would you even see listen, that's why I don't have a girl. That's why I don't have a lady there. Because it doesn't make, like, no woman would understand that. Yeah.
The ratio of time to practice.
Like, women, people don't understand that.
No, I can definitely.
You see what I'm saying? Like, people don't necessarily, if you don't skate, people will never understand that. And I've tried to bring people, come, no, they don't get it. They don't, I'm like, it's not for you then. Let's put them down.
But also, it's the same thing with you, because you
for sure. No, for sure. But one, I was a lot younger than I was, and two, basketball was my passion, innit? And I didn't, so I didn't think there was gonna be. I didn't think there was nothing on the face of this planet that could match basketball. Because I'd done basketball 5-6 o'clock in the morning. I would hit gym, put up 500-600 shots, breakfast, go back to the gym, 1,000 shots, workout, back, lunch, nap, evening practice or games. Then you see what I'm saying? That was so that took up my whole time. But in between that, I could have a relationship because it's basketball's cool because I'm not hooping at 2-3 o'clock in the morning unless I was overseas when I was wherever I was. If I can't sleep, then cool. But now I work and then all I want to do is skate. Like I slap on my skates when I'm in the shop. Bro. But bro, I feel like I deserve that. I feel like I'm allowed to be selfish with my time because I've given so much to other things that, you know what, I'm going to be selfish. So any person that's trying to be in my life, and that's the maddest thing, and no disrespect to skater girls, that's why it might sound mad, but I wouldn't date a skater girl, innit? Because, like, it's just, for me, it's just mad. Like, because I skate all the time, and I don't want to skate with you till 2 o'clock in the morning. They're like, see? Why? I'm trying to hear none of that, man.
It can get complicated in that sense because as much as you want to dedicate some time, she's like, but you don't.
She wants her time.
I'm like,
why we gotta be out here till 2 o'clock in the morning?
This is May. Can't you see some flex like 14? Like, this is May. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, nah, let's go do up dinner. Yeah, you get me? It's different, man. I'm trying to go through it.
So you wouldn't compromise?
There's a level of compromisation.
I'm not gonna skate on a Saturday night. How about that? But the rest of the time,
you know what I mean?
One day.
I'll give you one day, bro.
One day.
Yeah, but like I'll give you some evenings like we can do shit in it. But let's say, all right, I finish work, we go movies. We go movies, and then I'm gonna drop you home. And then while you sleep, I'm gonna skate.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I respect that because I'm a bit like that in that sense of look, if you're gonna nap, you're doing something you love, Let me go do what I love. But it always comes to that. By the time you wake up from napping, you're telling me, oh, where you going? You're out skating again. I'm like, you did your thing in peace, Let me do my thing.
I just watched Downton Abbey with you. Let me go skate, bro, man.
So why wouldn't you be able to go that skates then?
Because do you know what it is? Not even necessarily that. Because unless she's mad hardcore in it, because I'm not like. It takes me a while not to get into skating, but sometimes I will skate for a while. I say wagwan to everyone, and that takes about 2 hours anyway. Oh my god, bro, guess what happened to me at work? I'm not all through what happened. So I need to have those conversations. So let's say I got skating at 10 o'clock. By midnight, I've said all my pleasantries. Then I'm ready to skate. Now by this time, let's say she's already been skating. She's ready to go home at 1. I'm literally just getting my wind. I'm just loose now. So now I've got like another 2-3 hours in me at least, minimum. Bro, that takes up to 4 a.m. Bro, she's gonna want to be sleeping by then. So and mind you, I don't need that much sleep to function in it. So I can easily go to bed at 4 or 5 o'clock, wake up at 8, and then go back to work. And I'm cool. And that can be my life. I have no people. Most women that I deal with, I need my 8-9 hours sleep. I don't need that. So even before I was even skating, and I'm sitting there watching this person sleep, and I'm wide awake. I ain't got nothing else to do, bro. And then I start playing video games. Why is it so? Like it's mad.
Like why you still?
Yeah, like why are you so? What you know what I mean? Like,
But half of the time, I just look here like, look, yeah, I'm free in it. I just wanna
Yeah.
go out there. Let me go enjoy myself. Be free, because you enjoy yourself and sleep.
Back. Careful. Oh, yeah. Nice. So even for you being with someone and then like having it 8 hours, it's a bit mad for you.
yeah, because I don't sleep like that. So when someone sleeps like that, I get jealous. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Like, no, but like my ex-girlfriend, yeah, when she sleeps and like she's proper, like
in it.
she's enjoying her sleep. I'm like, how do you do that?
know, innit?
Like I can't
5
do
hours,
that.
4 or 5
yeah,
5 hours.
like,
yeah,
I
it's a
can't
good
do
5
that.
hours sleep.
Literally.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I get home after work. I finish work at 6. Yeah, I'm sitting there watching my girl sleep all the way till morning. Yeah, big man, I'm not going to sleep till like 2 in the morning. I gotta be up at 6. What am I doing? You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
but for me, it's normal.
So technically, so what you're saying is you would prefer a female that skates as much as skates the way you skate.
No.
As in, like, not the way you skate, but the love you have for skating, that same love.
That same love, but
Because, do you know what I mean? Because if you're saying that, you're saying a skater girl, and you're saying a skater girl in the sense of after 2 hours she wants to go home. But you're doing like a 4 to 6 hour shift skating. So if she
Nah.
can get that, or you're saying no to that?
No, I'm saying I want you to understand why I'm dedicating so much time to what I love, and
But
why I'm willing to
Okay, well,
make certain compromises for you, but you may not be happy with certain compromises that I might make. So as long as you have a certain passion that like I do, and you understand why I have that much love for it, then you should be able to understand why I dedicate so much time to it.
so what list on priorities is your girlfriend in life?
Pardon?
What list in priority list? Where does your girlfriend or potential girlfriend come on that list?
Oh, like,
And you're saying dedicate your time, right? So that means
yeah.
what you're talking about skating is above her. I'm just
No,
correct me if I'm wrong.
No, in a way, yeah. In a way, it's gonna sound weird, but yes, because
yeah.
for me personally, skating means a lot. So, and it might look to other people like, oh yeah, you're just normal, but I'm just like, nah, man. I'm trying to do what other people may not perceive possible
I hear that.
with skating, and if that may long term benefit us in a relationship to be financially stable and independent.
Fair.
Are you then gonna complain about the time that I had to dedicate to it? You know what I mean? Because then the time that I sacrificed in the beginning, you now get back because I don't have to then work as much.
As hard,
And
as
then
much.
you know what I mean? I don't have to take out those things so we can compensate. That's how I look at it personally.
Well, okay, I hear that. I feel like we're going down a rabbit hole here, but I want to ask. So, how do you get to know somebody if you spent so much time on skating and dedicating, and it sounds to me like it's a career move for you or a career path for you, yeah, in terms of like you making money, income, all that kind of stuff. How do you get to know somebody? Because if you're working, I'm assuming you're working, right? A certain amount of hours, you're skating a certain amount of hours, you're sleeping a certain amount of hours. Where does she fit into that?
Between the whole work and skating, there is always a time, because as much as I have love for skating, I'm still a person who likes affection, who likes to give affection. So it's a bit different for me to just be like, oh yeah, I'm just stone cold and all the time. So I have to make that compromise. So on a certain day where I might not skate, I might be what I'm doing, you know what I mean? And then once I'm finished that, another day I might then...
So does she have to work around you, essentially?
Nah. I feel like it's a 50-50 situation. As long as you have your structure and I have my structure and we can meet in the middle, it makes sense, you know what I mean? That to me
I think that's the
more of a
same
healthy
for most things, though,
situation.
isn't it? Especially when someone, whether it's male or female, has a career path that is like heavily grind intensive, or something I can think about it. Like something that requires you to put in hours in order for it to get somewhere. Not just like I learned this and I'm going to go off of it, but like you have to like put in the hours like continue. So I feel like that's a thing, and I feel like most people, when I think about basketball wives and football wives and all that kind of stuff, I feel like it's a similar thing, isn't it? Like they're away for a long period of time. Do you know what I mean? So I guess it's the same thing. just finding someone who would actually understand that. Understand, but also accept, because you can understand and not accept.
Yeah, not
it,
accept.
but understand and accept it.
And accept is two
Yeah.
different things.
Yeah,
Most of them, to be fair, as long as you're coming home to them, I feel like it's all right. It's not as bad.
Okay.
Like if you're skating till 2 a.m. and then you're going back to your yard and she's already in the yard, she don't get to see you in it. So at least if she gets it, at least I know you came home and I have a body to sleep to. I'm not saying that's acceptable or that's enough by any means, but it makes it a little bit easier. You see what I'm saying? It makes it that little bit easier because I know you're coming home. Cool. You know what I mean? And then you have those moments in the morning when you're both going to work. Cool. When you come home, cool. But babes, I'm out now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hear that.
So it's a bit.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Anyone that wants to date these guys?
I'm good.
Let you guys know that's the criteria.
I'm good.
So yeah, if you guys didn't skate, what would be your alternative? If anything, if you could think of anything, like would there be anything you feel like you would have gone into? Anyone?
Well, I've got various passions. So I was into calisthenics.
Yeah.
If you know what calisthenics
Yeah.
is. For years, I've always trained. I've always been in and out of the gym, but calisthenics kind of was the same sort of thing. Gave me the same sort of feeling, if that made sense, you know. And it was community, and we all iron sharpened iron, helped each other, and it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. I still love it, but the truth is, since I started skating, it just took a backseat, literally, for the last few years, and also like indoor climbing, anything kind of physical.
Okay.
I'm kind of into, you know. And yeah, skating's just taken up all of that time. You know, there's just there's no time for anything else really. You know.
CD?
For me, probably hockey.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
so
Like ice hockey or just
Yeah.
regular hockey?
ice hockey because used to play it for a little bit, and then after that I just kind of stopped, and then went into the whole roller skating, and that kind of brought that feeling back. And I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
a similar
yeah,
thing.
this is dope. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, let me just go into that. But probably, definitely ice hockey, basketball, anything to do with sports or we've got walls in it. Yeah, that's it.
What about you, Rodney?
I ain't gonna lie, I'll probably play video games. I'd actually play video games for a living. Like,
Really?
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a dope way to.
I love
It's a
it.
dope
I
living.
love it.
So for real.
I love video games. So I would have probably either done that Twitch live stream and stuff, or created my own video game, or done something on a large scale when it comes to video games. 110%. Like, I could easily, before skating, that's probably what I was doing in between basketball. Like, just playing video games. Like, I'll turn off the lights, smoke a tea, and then
Get into the zone.
and next thing you know, I look and
Yeah,
the
this
birds
is
are
what
chirping.
it is.
And you're just like, fuck.
Do you know
I was
what?
meant to go bed 8 hours ago. And
It gets like that still. It gets like
especially when you're playing online and some of
And
your
you
lot
got
are
some
from
of your
America,
guys,
yeah.
yeah.
Like a lot of them are, because they're on different time zones. You're like, yeah, cool. They're just waking up, and I should be asleep like
yeah,
hours ago.
I've got some guys like that
Yeah.
now, and we played, and I'm like, no, big man. They're like, oh, what time is it on your side? I'm like, it's 2 in the morning. They're like, oh, bro, you know it's like 5 in the afternoon on our side. I'm like, bro, like, that's different to me. I gotta go sleep, bro.
I got work.
You get me?
That's it. All right, cool. I'll probably be doing what I do now. Quite a creative person, so
You can tell by the hair.
all things creative, really, probably the same thing. Like, because I've recently ruptured my Achilles, second time, not the same leg but different leg. So all the things that I'm doing now, because I can't skate, is probably what I'll do.
You didn't rupture it skating, did you?
No, everyone asked me that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, what did you? I'm like, everyone's like, I'm not gonna skate now. No, I can never do it skating. Like, relax and it. I feel like you can't rupture your Achilles skating. I feel like it's an impossible thing.
No, it's
Unless you've got low
Yeah.
skates, because
No, it's
your foot
possible.
has to bend a certain way in it.
no.
I feel like you can't do it skating.
It's possible.
You could tear your Achilles with
because
bare
it's
that bad.
happened. A girl actually.
Yeah, but you've got your foot's got the freedom to move in it. In a skate boot, it goes up to a certain point where it can't go forward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess
maybe
so,
not
but I
impossible.
feel like it can be done.
Maybe not
It can
impossible.
be
Maybe
done.
just like less likely.
Because I didn't think someone could break their foot in a skate boot, if that makes sense.
No, someone has.
That's I know. I've heard
That's
the
the,
story.
yeah, I'm not gonna
But
lie.
wasn't
it
that for someone
happened.
else? Was that just them?
No, it
Having
actually,
drops?
it happened this year. Funny enough, yeah,
That's what you're talking about.
yeah, because the person tied on their boot, skating. Next minute, their foot is all twisted, looking like
can't
a flip
even.
pancake and that. I'm
Is it
like,
female?
I heard the screamer
Yeah.
that was.
Wait, was it the ankle or the leg? What part of the
That's
leg?
nah,
weird,
like
nasty.
literally from like where the ankle was,
Yeah,
the whole
turned
thing
the other way
twists
around.
up.
Lord have
That was Skate
mercy.
City, London.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, you know what, guys, be careful. Don't try to copy certain people's style. When certain people see certain people with like loose tongue or their tongue is low, they will think, oh,
Yeah.
Let's
Don't
speak about
do that.
Let's speak because what is the protocol to having your lace tied?
Do you know what's so funny? Yeah, a lot of people do not actually get where that habit
You don't
comes
have a
from.
tie.
I don't tie mine.
You don't tie your laces.
No, I've slipped my foot in and my
Slip
foot
it
in
Yeah,
and out.
literally.
Yeah, so some people say
See,
they
I
want
can't-
their skate
I
to be
can't
able to
do
be able
that.
to kick it off.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't like
yes.
that. That feels
If
uncomfortable.
if you're someone who's very comfortable and very confident, I would say yes. Because even myself, majority of the time, you see me, I'm just putting it in, taking it out. Because the way I tie the boot itself, once I put my foot in, it's already
It's
a
in it,
justice to me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But everyone just looks at it and think, oh, that looks cool. Let me just do the same thing.
the thing,
No,
Standing.
the whole flapping tongue thing, it came from hockey players from back in the
Yeah.
days when you used to
Okay.
have
Yeah.
a lot of the padding. So when you actually put your boots on,
Your tongue would
Your
your
push
tongue
anyway.
is pushed forward because of the actual
Yeah,
paddings that you had. So a lot of the street skaters just thought, oh yeah, you just look cool. That's
okay.
where the actual history of
Right.
flapping your low
Your
tongue
tongue
comes
out.
from.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Basically, do whatever feels comfortable for you.
yeah,
Some people are like, I have to tie my tie, like cool. I'm like, I can't. That feels like I'm restricted. So I think I just lace them up once and that's it. I'm gonna slip my foot in and out and that's it.
I need my ones tight, just a little, because I come from a basketball background, innit? So my thing was when we were playing basketball, we always protect your ankles. So my shit's taped, then I have an ankle support, then my sock, or maybe 2 pairs of socks, then my boot, and that shit's tied.
yeah.
That's it.
So that's where it comes from. So for me, when it's too loose, I'm like, how the hell? Like, I can do it, like it doesn't. But I think the more comfortable I've got with skating, the more looser my laces become. But I always still tie it around
Around
my
your
boot
ankle. Yeah,
because
that's
it's like because the idea of my laces just hanging loose, it looks too odd to me. Like even my trainers, like if my laces are not tied a certain way, I'm always going to be walking and it's going to catch my eye and it's going to irritate me. Yeah. My OCD runs my life sometimes. I'm not going to lie to you. Hence the reason why I'm single. But yeah.
David, what about you?
What's that?
How do you tie your skates?
I like to feel. I like to have them like feel that they're on. I tie my lace. I've always tied them. I can't slip them on and off. And I've recently kind of changed my skates. What I'm wearing more predominantly now, and they're very tight, artistic skates. They're very. I found loosening them and having them loose. So it's a lot more of a comfortable skate. You know, but they're still tied at the top, like loose along the.
Like round the foot,
but
tied at
up
the
here I
ankle.
still tie. Yeah, it can't come off. You know.
That's really interesting. I think it's different with artistic skates though, right? Because I've got a pair, I haven't really worn them, but I feel like I have to tie them. Like I would have to tie them on my foot. I don't know.
Yeah, because the
Because of the stance as well.
Yeah.
because of the way they built, a lot of the time you're almost on a slope.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't figure that out till later on, until they actually put the skates on. Because our conversions, your heel block is only about that much.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? On a jam skate, that's an actual
Yeah,
hill.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's a hill.
So it feels like you're in high heels then.
In a way, you know what I mean?
You're like that all time.
Yeah, you're proper like, oh,
But you might hella calf muscles though, bro. I've got my.
But that's why you have to, and your leather and the materials of the makeup of the skates is a different compound to what you normally
It's less
have.
structured as well, isn't it? So you don't have the solid structure of like a skate or like an ice skate boot. Like it's basically like a trainer or a shoe, innit? It's just leather in it. So yeah, I get that. Makes sense.
Might get me a pair of rookies now.
Are you gonna get them?
Maybe.
I'll never wear a pair of
Why?
Why?
Do you know what? Yeah,
Why?
I've been a Bauer person since I started. I'm not gonna lie, that's just the way it'll go, man.
But you said never like.
So you
No,
never
but-
rock a pair of artistic skates?
I've never worn. The only reason why is because when everyone tells me, "Oh, like I didn't even know you could jam skate," I'm like, "Yeah, why? Because I have to put on artistic skates for me to let you know that." No, I'm just like the same thing they can do, I can do in these, but except for their preference is the fact that they want it to be artistic boots. I want a all-round vehicle. You know what I mean? I need that
But that
four-wheel drive.
That is a new phenomenon though, because back in the day, people didn't really, from what I remember, you didn't really change your skates to skate. You didn't like have
different
skates to do jam skates, and it was just your skates, innit? Like you had a couple of pairs, but it was like it was just your skates. So even now the whole artistic skate thing, like I think that is very much an American influence, if I'm thinking correctly.
Yes, that is.
And then also when someone did it and was like, oh, it's lighter, it feels different, then it's like, okay, cool. But most of the time, you just the same skates, you did everything in the skates, like street skate, jam skate, indoor, outdoor, like it was all the same thing, innit? Like the same skate. So I feel
And
like
that's been the main problem whenever I look at it in the sense of, oh, bro, why don't you get a jam skate? Because I'm like, okay, I could jam skate in my bowers, I could speed skate in my bowers, I could street skate in my bowers, I could indoor skate in my bowers. But big man, you go try to street skate in your...
You
your
can't. Listen,
unless
I
you...
did on Tuesday.
You get me?
Tore my feet up.
It's something else.
What did you do?
So Tuesday we had a street skate. They do a street skate. Anyway, I done it in my artistics first time. It's only a short one, fortunately. It wasn't the furthest, but it was intense, quick. So done a street skate, and I come back and the skin was taken off the inside. Two of my footwear is rubbed. Never happens with my bowers. Never happened with my but I didn't have my street skates with me. You know, so lesson learned.
Don't ever try to street skate in artistic boots. It's not
unless you're gonna break one down the street or some shit.
And be careful when you do it as well in terms of speed skating, because as much as you're trying to move very quickly, there's no stability for you to be so rapid. And a lot of the time when you're making those impacts, you have to remember your boot is taking all that pressure at the same time. A bower is built with certain structures so that it can actually take those.
Yeah, ice cream skates are.
I mean,
they're made for like hits and that. Do you jump skate?
I'm trying to learn. I'm learning. I'm a learner.
I don't think I've ever seen you skate. Come to think of it. Like
I don't document. That's another thing. Like, again, going back to, I'm not really. I'm not
Yeah,
really.
can I also say I don't think I've seen you skate.
Really document some records.
Because you just
I'll be
post
more the
a lot.
one recording
Converts, innit?
people and just post my converts. I'm quite a shy person in that way, I guess.
It's good though.
Yeah, but I like the way you skate because you have this. How your demeanor is, you skate like that. Like it's very relaxed and it's very, it's in its box. Like for me, when I watch you skate, there's no wasted energy in it. There's no, it's not, he's not flaring his arms. Everything is just compact and he stays. If this is his box, he stays tight in that, and you're not moving him out of that box. And that's what I rate. When I see you skate, sometimes you're just like, and I'm just like, you know what? I say hello to you in 25 minutes when you're not, you know what I mean? Because I can just see that I'm a zone and he's doing his thing and he's just in his box, boy. And I like that.
I think, again, that's what's amazing about the skate scene as well, and the individualism. Like everybody can eventually skate and skate backwards and do this and that, but it's about creating your own style. And there's, again, everyone can chop and go backwards, but there's certain individuals that have just got unique styles that I see, and I'm amazed. I'm in awe every time, you know, and just like I respect the team. I really do. You know,
on that note, can we do a skater shout out, please? Like skaters, I don't want to say like best skaters and all that because that's dead. But I feel like we need to give props and props is due to certain skaters. This doesn't mean that other skaters aren't. It just means that this is our preference, right? So, do you want to do like speed skate, jam skate, or just in general?
Just in general.
Skaters in general?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Because I might not necessarily seen them jam skate.
Yeah. Okay. I want to go first. I've probably got loads. But the first comes to mind is Jay from Choppin It Up. He's going to say it as well. Because I feel like, oh my God, I want him to be my best friend. That's how I feel when I see. I'm like, I want you to be my best friend. Like, I want to be friends with you. Like, I mean, we are friends. But like, literally, the way he's, just how he skates in general. But like,
this is demeanor as well. Like, he doesn't
waste energy.
Yeah, but also he doesn't. Nothing phases him, innit? That's what I like about him. Like nothing. Like I've seen that guy do something, and he does it, and he's just like everyone goes excited and stuff like that, and he's like,
he's like, I'm just breathing.
I'm just, and I'm just like, bro, what you just did was amazing. Like, what the fuck, like,
Also for someone who's quite tall as well, like to have that like self-awareness, self-control, where you doesn't look tall, but he's mad tall.
He's like 6'3". That's one of the reasons when I first started skating and I went to the O2 the first time. He'd done a chop stop, and I was like, I need to be like him. Because he'd done it, he was speeding around, and I was watching him, because there's something about, he catches your eye when you're skating. In a crowd of people, you will see him skate, and you're just like, So I watched him go round. He went round about 6-7 times, and then he was going around so fast that as my head's following him, I thought he was going back around, but he didn't. He darted off that way, so my head had to snap back. And then I see him chop stop, and there was like about 10-15 people like in front of him, and he stopped with about that much room. Mind you, I'm on the other side of the O2, and I'm like, oh shit! No one else did it. Everyone's like, what happened? I'm like, yo, my man over there, like, did you see that? They're like, nah, and I went. So then he skated around. When I see him skate, I'm like, well, what boots he had? He had Flex like 2s on. And I was like, yeah, do you know what? I need me those. I was like, because he had meaning kind of slender and he's tall. And I was like, yeah, cool. That's someone that I've seen that I can kind of imitate because we're of that same body like type. And I was like, what did he have on? I saw him flex that. That's why when I was after that day, I was like, I need me those. I was showing people. I didn't even know what they were. I'm like, yo, bro, what are these? Can you get me them? They're like, oh, no, they're rare. I'm like, fuck. And when my cousin came to me one day, cousin like, yeah, cuz I got them for you. I went, what? Yo, you've seen them in it. Like, he kept them in the shed. They had mold on them. I was like, I don't care. I need me those. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, J6.
Yeah, I love Jay, man. He's a good guy, man.
My top 5
Yeah.
What's that?
Anyone you want to do a skate shout out to?
Gosh,
Or anyone that comes to mind?
plenty. There's so much talent. Do you know what? I have to keep it real, and you know it. Like,
I know you're gonna say. I knew
this
it.
guy
Still.
here, man.
I knew he was gonna say that. I knew he was gonna say that. Yeah. Knew he was gonna
From
say
I
that.
first saw Dede's flow, I was just like, yeah, it's different, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, it's an honor, man.
Your flow's different. Like, it's just, words. It's not even a word.
Yeah.
It's just
But I'm not gonna like.
express it. The
Yeah.
expression is just amazing.
These got too much in
Amazing.
the tank, innit? So like you can't put these. Well, no, but it's the truth though, because you can't put him in a box in the sense of where, oh, you're just a speed skater. Because I see him, he might just be standing still and he does something like this, and I'm like, bro, how the fuck do you do that, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like his flexibility in his feet is mad.
Someone writ something, and I think I said to you the other day, someone writ a comment on one of his vids once that it was like Picasso. I don't know if you remember, but someone writ something about your, and that just resonated so much. Like, man, saying art when you skate, it's art. Like, that's art, real art.
No, it's true. Like, you're all, like I said, like when I met you, I was like, I don't know you, but when you told me Dede and you showed, I was like, yeah, I know this guy. He's all, like, I've seen him on my ground like so much.
He's
I'm
active.
like, I feel like I know you.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, yeah, I know him. If I saw you skate from behind, I was like, that's Dede. I don't know you, Dede, but I know that's Dede. Like, yeah, literally.
No, for
And,
sure.
sorry, can I add another thing as well? It's also two things. Sorry.
Yeah, bro.
No, go.
But with it's also about your personality and how you express yourself as a person.
Agreed.
So you can skate the sickest, but if you got a personality that is not very attractive, you get me. And that's what I love as well, the humbleness and just you don't need to.
You don't need to be a show off, man.
Nah, it just speaks that. And
Agreed.
one other please though, because he's my guy, man. He's my guy. C Young.
Oh yeah.
When I first met him, and he weren't jamming, he was just street skating, and the talent, the raw talent was. I just said that young guy there. Yeah. Once he starts jamming and getting all of the,
I love his spins, man. His spins are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Especially off that one leg, off the backwards of that. Yeah.
And then he had the racks his foot.
Yeah. That spin there. When he done that, I was like, bro, do that again.
He's different.
Yeah, I love him. He's a good guy, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
What about you, Dede?
Man. I got 3 people.
I forgot about it.
I'm go back to you.
I'm not even gonna lie. This one to my brother Vante.
Oh, okay.
Kyle. I'm not gonna lie. Kyle is one of the most
Humblest, bruv,
you
humble.
will ever meet.
And he's such a good person, bro.
Yeah,
I fucking
like,
love him, bro.
You call this guy like 2 in the morning, like, he's like, bro, what's up, bro? And his voice is so soft, yeah. He's like, bro, I understand. You could be so stressed, man. It's like, I understand, man. Like, listen, we could go skate and that we could catch. All my videos that you guys see, a lot of the time, I just be doing my thing. He's like, he's recording on the slide, like, you get me? So, big shout out to him. And we was talking about this the other day when you asked me that about the podcast thing. Yourself. It's so funny that you did that. I'm not gonna lie. I rate this man so much because it's the same thing. Like, he's just humble, man. Man's just nice. And whenever you see his work is always a representation of him. So does it to the best quality possible. He makes sure you're happy. And every time it's like, yo, well done, kid. You get me? You get me? It's always nice to see that as well. You get me? So most definitely.
Sick.
It's like for me, I'm gonna be biased in it. So I'm first of all both of these two in this room in it, and for the same reasons what Dede just said about Skater, about Dredd, and vice versa. Because when I buck Dredd's always like, "Wow, go on, bro, you're cool." And it's even when I see him interact with other people, like it's not just exclusively just because I'm like his brethren. It's like he's cool with me, but like even if the mighty man just first comes skating and like he's banging his friends or he's with his brethren, like, "Yo, wow, go on, brother, you're cool, yeah." And he's just literally just like it's his tone of like. He makes me feel safe. Like, if I'm around him, bruv, and he's like, "Yo, Wagwan, bruv, you cool?" And I'm like, "Yeah, do you know what? I am cool, actually. Yeah, do you know what? Thanks, I didn't think I was, but do you know what? You here, I feel all right. You see what I'm saying? So, definitely these two. And as for Dede, so I say Dede to Dede a lot. You know Incredibles? The movie, the cartoon. You know, what's my man's name? The black guy with the Frozo. That's who he reminds me of. He skates like Frozo, because I see him jump and he might jump 360 in between someone. I'm like, bruv, how the fuck do you do that? Cool. You did that, but like it's like he's on ice, bruv. Like so, Dede's like one of my favorite skaters. Like he's in my top 5 easily, bruv. Like easily because like, but even the way that even he interacts with other people as well. Like, remember that time we was at O2 and the guy was teaching the girl how to skate, and then I could see you were sitting there and your legs started twitching, and I looked at you and I was like, bruh, go on, because you look like he was just like he was teaching her wrong in it, and he just went over there and just corrected 2 things in her thing, and we just watched her go off, and just that alone, like he makes time, both of you make time for people that necessarily don't know what they're doing in it, like, and I feel like in this scene. It's rare because some people are like, "Oh, you've been skating 2 weeks. Go over there. I ain't got time for you." You see what I'm saying? Go learn something, and then when you come back, you can talk to me, innit? Like you lot both take the time out to be like, "Yo, bruv, sis, this is how you do it." And literally, just by them words of encouragement, when you lot go over to speak to them, I watch how much they've improved just in that interaction alone. You know what I mean? Because that girl, she couldn't skate, but I watched her skate off, and she done a couple laps, and she came back, and I was just like, "What?" And then even when she came back, you weren't looking, but she gave you this look like, "Thank you," because your head was over. Me and you was talking, and you was facing that way, and she came to that side, and I looked over, and she looked at you like to say, "Rah, thank you," and I just kind of smiled and said, "Don't worry, he knows," and then like, you know what I mean, like, so yeah, bro. You know what I mean? Each one teach one, man.
We need to keep that communal feel though. Like I feel like it needs to be something
it
that's
does,
spread more. Like,
I feel like there's a lot. There's more of that than there is of the latter. If that makes sense. Only a handful of people don't necessarily make time for other people, and even those I've never necessarily even seen it. But actually, no. Do you know what? I tell a lie. I want to big up someone else as well. You know, my man, the tall light skin. Is his name Dev?
Dev.
Oh, Dev. Oh,
so fucking polite, bro. His parents must be so proud of that. That's so fucking polite. Like, he's never met me in it. And he's like, "Well, go on, brother, you're cool, yeah?" And I'm just like, "Oh, yeah." Like, and you know what I mean? Because sometimes I think, you don't know me, innit? Yeah. So why would you even really... You don't have to do that, innit? And he will come up. Like, that time when he came to Norwood, he came and spudded everybody.
I love that,
like, even someone that was way over on the other side, he didn't even have his skates, and he... "Wagwan, brother. Wagwan, you cool, yeah?" "No, long time, Wagwan, you cool." Went over there, and I was just like, "Yo, whoever raised you, do you know what? Hands off to them, bro. Because you don't have to do that, innit? And because if you follow Instagram, you see how much he's on Instagram. And he's a bad boy skater, bro. So he doesn't have to be kind to anyone, bro, because he's sick. Like, he could just, whatever, bro. His ego could be just like, whatever. But he's like, "Wagwan, you're cool, yeah?" And when I saw him and Amy interaction, I was like, "Raw, okay." You see what I'm saying? Like, it's the love that they have. Like, much respect to him, bro. Much respect to him, man.
But it comes full circle. As we said in it, it's about like how you are as a person. You can tell how someone is by how they skate. It all comes like full circle. And I feel like it goes hand in hand if you are someone of humility and like humbleness to be a good skater. I just feel like it just goes hand in hand. Like, you understand levels of like grind, like, you know, getting your bases, like knowing how to go forward, knowing how to stop. All these things that you do, I feel like that's ingrained in your personality as a person. Like, all those things transcend, and then you're a sick skater. I'm like, yeah, well, you would be because you're like a great person. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
It's weird, but I feel like it kind of just goes hand in hand. Like, that's it, man. There's some good shout out, guys, but not just skills, but like people's
Yeah,
personalities
they're
as
just
well.
really like good, decent people, man. Like,
Yeah.
and that sometimes that's genuine. Like, it's hard to find, innit?
Yeah.
Like sometimes when someone actually makes time for you, because most of the time, especially because I'm new to this, people don't have to make time for me, bro. Like people just assume, because I'm semi alright, that I've been skating for a long time. I'm like, nah, bro.
Hey, but you though, for the time you have been skating,
Yeah.
and even
Yeah.
your flow, like,
didn't wanna
you're
say it,
mad
but
with
you
the
said
thing.
it.
Like,
I
seriously,
appreciate it, man.
like,
Yeah.
rate
Because
yourself
it's funny to
seriously.
say that because we was at Beckenham the other day, innit? And he was chopping, and I kept on saying to him like after he eventually stopped. While he was getting, I was like, "Fuck, that's my veteran there."
I
You
know
get
him.
me? You get me? So it is nice still. I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
gonna
I appreciate
lie.
it. But I'm not gonna lie, like I've been blessed enough to when I'm learning to skate, it was around people that are big, like that are OG skaters, innit? They're not like people that's been skating for like 2 years, 3 years. They're like people that's been skating for 15 years, 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, so I've been like my cousin Smurf, my cousin Twin, my cousin, like all of them has been skating for long. So it's easier for me to be like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like I have a benchmark that I can, you know what I mean? So it's,
foundation.
yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
a, it's a
what I'm
solid
saying,
foundation, and it's a high level for me to hit. Like if I was learning with someone that was skated the same amount of time as me, I probably wouldn't get nowhere. But because I'm trying to imitate Smurf and I'm trying to follow Bash and I'm trying to follow Dredd and all of these things, like it's much easier for me to be like, right, okay, that's what greatness looks like. So I'm a visual person, innit?
Yeah, you know what,
yeah.
where the target is
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah,
we were saying this
yeah.
earlier as well. Sometimes you have to kind of take a step back, look at where you're trying to get to, and look at the closest thing to where you are now, so that you can actually be okay. I can take a step.
These are the steps as well.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It makes it a lot easier for you to try aim for that long journey.
Yeah.
Just aim for what's closer to
In
you
front
now,
of you.
and then by the time you even realize it, you're so far ahead. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So it's good.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to say or dispel any myths or anything?
Yeah. Or any rumors
Or
that
any
there might be like,
Skating is not just for children. Okay.
Love
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah,
People
yeah,
that want
yeah.
to run around saying skaters for children. It's
Love
not.
that.
Yeah,
Not
and
just a you thing.
it's not just the whole sexy thing either.
Yes.
There's many
Yes.
different elements to skating. You get me? And
That's true.
all other skills that you may have, they are transferable.
100%.
It doesn't matter what someone else has told you. So yeah.
100%.
Enjoy the journey.
For sure.
However long it takes. Not everyone's going to learn the same move in 3 months or 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
it's funny that you
enjoy
say
your
that though
journey.
about skating's not for children, because we was on a street skate, I think maybe through Central one time, and there was these girls that was walking, she's like, get a life.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
my life is actually very fulfilling, thank you
Yeah,
very
thank
much.
you very
Like,
much.
yeah, like, this is my life. Like, bitch, who are you know what I mean? I actually wanted to stop and throw something now, I'm not going to lie to you, like you don't know me, you know what I mean? Like, but I was like, you don't know in it, because you don't, this life ain't for you, innit?
If you don't know,
Yeah,
you
it's not for you,
don't
innit?
actually know.
Yeah, so it's cool. I was just, in my mind, I was like, I'm going to give you that one. That's cool. You see what I'm saying?
Take that one, you take
Yeah,
that one.
that's
See
it.
her in a year later.
You get me?
No,
And that's the funniest thing.
Can you imagine?
And also like the whole understanding of because you're on 4 wheels, it's just gonna be easy. I can
Yeah.
put it on. Big man, no. I'll tell you guys from now, no. Like if you can ice skate, cool. If you can skateboard, cool. You can take your balance and transfer them skills over, but you're still gonna have to adjust to certain things, the edging, the edge work, and transfers and turns and spins. You get me? It's a lot to learn.
All right. So we're gonna do a quick fire round. How do you wanna do it? Do you wanna say? So we're gonna do like it's basically like either or. Yeah.
But you gotta be quick.
You gotta pick one of them.
Yeah.
You gotta be quick.
Slow,
Do you wanna do answer at the same time?
Yeah, we can ask them at the same time.
So you have to answer at the same time.
Yeah.
So I say 1, 2, 3, or do you want to do it straight away?
We can just do it straight away.
All right, cool. Rodney's gonna read this. So
Alright then, cool.
when you're ready.
Right, so we go. First question: Bowers or flex lights?
Bowers,
Alright, cool. Jam skating or speed skating?
speed skate,
Speed skating.
Street or indoors?
street,
Ooh.
Grapevine or crazy legs?
grapevine, grapevine.
Great vibe, my fucking game.
Alright, then, cool. Alright, last one: cryptos or airwaves?
Airwaves,
Yeah. Airwaves.
most definitely.
Okay,
Airwaves.
cool.
That's interesting.
Why airwaves though? Because you lot was using cryptos from before airwaves, don't know?
Do you know what? I actually started off on the airways, but
Okay.
I tried cryptos, I tried Sims. But the only difference that I find when it comes to cryptos, brilliant for indoors.
Yeah.
They allow you to slide just enough but they have a lot of grip to them. When it comes to airwaves, you can literally use that thing for everything.
Yeah.
It's the same as Sims. Sims, forget what everyone else tells you. Sims
are
are
good, yeah.
basically
'Cause I got
the
a
same
pair.
as airwaves. They're just smaller.
Yeah.
You get me? But they wear a lot longer.
Yeah,
So they
yeah,
will last you longer than normal airwaves. But they're the same thing. So
Because I did notice they was the same strength, like the rubberness.
Yeah,
the
the
electricity
density
is like
is the same,
78A
yeah.
or something like that. Because I did notice that, and I was trying to figure out what that was. I had to Google. I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? And then I figured it out. I was like, okay, cool. So, all right, good to know.
yeah.
Sick. I feel like is it Sim? Like, basically, I feel like in this country, and I'm just gonna say that we don't necessarily have. So in America, you can't wear your outdoor wheels indoors. I think that's when they have a change of wheels.
Yeah.
Like for us, like venues ain't saying change your wheels. You know what I mean? But in America, like they pride their floor in it, so you can't wear your outdoor wheels. That's why they have different skates as well. They have like indoor skates and outdoor skates. Whereas here, like airwaves, like you can go on gravel, you can go on tin, you can go on whatever. It's gonna serve you well, innit?
But their rules slightly differ as well in the terms of they have indoor wheels to a specific hardness. So for example, you have the normal crypto size ones, or you can get like proper the ones that you hear sounding you hear them loudly. I call them the clog steppers, bro.
Wooden ones.
Yeah, they sound bare wooden. Another one that people don't know is ceramic wheels. They use that a lot for the American skaters, especially indoors. So that's why you can see them slide like that.
So. Love this. Is there anything you guys want to say or add you didn't get to say? Anyone you want to big up, you didn't get to big up? Or anything you want to add in that we didn't get to?
Most definitely Chan, Dev.
I like Chan.
Chan, that's another one.
Entree 3000. I don't
another.
You get me? Definitely my brother. Bro, love to you, man. Do your thing. Dan, same thing as well. Good people, man.
Love that. Is there anyone you think we should get on the podcast?
Yes. Dev.
Yeah, I would like to get him.
Yeah, he'll be sick to have.
I'm gonna see if I can somehow reach out to him.
Nice. Thank you guys for joining us.
Man. Much appreciated.
It's been awesome.
So where can we?
Thank you guys.
So talk about where can you find these guys? So big up your Instagram. Skater Dredd.
Oh yeah, Skater Dredd. That's it. Like
If you want any conversions
done.
in it, inlines, skates, turning some Jordans into some wheels.
That's the new
got
feather
you,
in
man.
the cap.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
new feather in the cap.
Yeah, he's there.
Trainer conversions now.
I'm gonna make you convert some Fisher Price for me.
Awesome. Asked me about
yeah.
motorbike boots. I've had a dude ask me
for
about
real?
motorbike boots. Yeah, man, one motorbike boot.
You know, someone actually, funny enough, someone's asked me years ago about a snow boot, which was so random.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Real.
a snow boot. So they wanted to do that.
I guess anything's possible.
Yeah, man.
So where can we find you?
Dede Skates 1. You should find at the bottom of the screen somewhere. So,
AKA Frozo.
Hope you guys have enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Yeah, comfortable.
Yeah.
LDN rollers. Skate wheels, my people.
Past, present, future, rolling to the London scene.
Do you know what? Actually, while we're on the subject of thingy,
Rolling distance.
rolling distance, big up everyone. So you see that jumper that you had, yeah?
Yeah.
What is it? Let me see it. Because I ain't gonna lie.
This is literally my team. This is literally
Right,
my team.
cool. So now, I want to ask a question because obviously I'm new to this. How do you earn one of these? Because I'm not gonna lie. You see, when I got into the skating, because I'm a fashion person, innit?
Yeah.
So I like the design of it, but because it's a skating thing, I started skating. I was like, nah, do you know what? I need that.
I'm not gonna lie. Everyone says the same thing, but we are gonna bring out merch. So you will be able to buy.
Cool.
Like the
Can I get a
socks,
number?
hats and
Like,
everything.
can I get a number?
Numbers are
Exclusive.
You get me?
He's like happy
For
to
team.